It's
Morbin time.
I just sound so upset.
Welcome to ReShoot, amateurs in no suits. Too many movies to explore. Ruthie, Hector, and Ed, laughter till the end. Let's see something never done before.
Just so you know, I said it's Blorbin time, not Morbin.
I know, I heard it.
I did not.
My freaking D&D character that no one lets me play.
Because you keep wanting to play it in my serious stuff.
Hello and welcome to ReShoot, an amateur's guide to good or film. Today we're covering Blorbin, Hector's really shitty, stupid D&D character idea.
We're gonna fix it.
Just kidding, it's
Okay,
Morbius.
quickly. Okay, I'm gonna explain Blorbo quickly. He is a
please don't.
ooze. No, he is a ooze person. He is an ooze person
That came into being when a vampire took a Jello shot and choked on it.
But the Jello shot was secretly an ooze.
Yes.
So now the ooze has the memories and some of the powers of the vampire. His name's Blorbo, and whenever it gets super serious, he goes, "It's Blorbin time," and then starts to just blorb all over the place because he's a drunk style monk because vampire.
Well,
and also because he has
because he was a Jello shot.
He's literally is made of alcohol. Also,
yeah. So it's Blorbin time, and yeah, I'm gonna...
yeah. By the way, it's actually Morbius. We're doing that. Can I just cease existing? That'd be great.
Ed.exe has stopped.
Yeah. Critical error has occurred.
I think this was like one of the most movies we've ever had in the podcast. Let's be real.
It
one
was
of the most
very
movie. What the fuck?
It's one of the memes about Morbius. It made $1 billion. It's the most movie of all time.
Oh my god, I forgot.
It had such acting.
It had acting. That is correct.
Oh, I forgot.
It had an acting.
My very first note for this movie, I wrote this down before the movie even started. I just put in why.
My first like was the memes.
The
And then it took me another like half hour before I had another like.
Oh, you had a like?
What is it?
Well, you enjoyed this movie? You enjoyed parts of it?
No, I had individual things.
Yes, you enjoyed parts of this movie. That's the issue. That I'm
the makeup,
jealous.
the effects.
I am jealous that you actually had a moment.
Okay, Ed,
where
I'm going to read this to you verbatim. Let me read this to you verbatim. I like it when he's hitting his head on the glass. Very relatable to what watching Morbius feels like.
God damn, dude.
Before we lose it, before we get it involved, can we at least get like the quick plot? Ed, can you do the quick plot summary?
Yeah.
Or plot?
Yeah. Quick note.
So, Michael Morbius and Milo What's-His-Face both have a condition that is never explained. By the way, they have their cripples, and something about vampire bats have this weird oh my god. Anyways, Michael decides to use vampire bat shit or whatever to try and develop a cure, and he kind of does, but then he like turns into a weird vampire monster thing, and he does not share this with Milo, and he's like, it's a curse. But Milo still takes it, and then he also becomes vampire person, and then they fight in like 10 seconds, and the movie ends.
Yeah, that's basically it.
It felt like it was like 3 hours, and it felt like it was half an hour at the exact same time.
Yeah, hold on.
As Ruthie calls it, slow fast.
Yeah, it's slow fast. It's like when you take Ritalin and when you take like cold medicine.
I've never done
Ritalin
that.
and cold medicine. I don't know.
Or like
Ritalin.
anything that's like an like, or you take like I think the original version was somebody drank a 5-hour energy and then felt sick, so they took some cold medicine, and instead of slowing the person down, they called it slow fast. TM.
Slow fast. That's hilarious.
I think someone did a similar thing where they drank 5 cans of Red Bull, realized their mistake, took some like sleeping medication.
That might have been
and
the
then
original.
no. Then the next thing they mentioned is the first thing they remember is walking it. The last thing they remember is walking into school, and then the next thing is it's the end of the school day and they're walking out. And that's all they remember.
He got fucking baked. He was
Okay.
so high that day, I bet.
Who would like to go first?
Who's gonna?
I go first slot. Someone else, please. Please.
Do you want me to do it, or do you want to do it?
You can do it.
Okay.
You
First
go.
thing I liked, the memes.
The-
I liked the memes.
More $1 billion, baby.
Yeah,
The
it was
memes.
$1 billion. Yeah.
The memes.
The makeup for Morbius and Lucius / Milo.
Right, Lucius.
Yes, I will be discussing that in a minute.
Lucian.
Oh, it's
Lucian. Yes, Lucian.
Yes,
Okay, well I'm gonna call him Lucius.
Lucius.
And you can't stop me. I like I said earlier, I like it when he hits his head. It's very relatable to watching Morbius.
When does he hit his head?
When he
locks
first
himself
becomes a
in the
vampire.
glass room.
Yeah, so his heart stops. Martine comes in, she checks, she's like, "Oh fuck, he's dead." And then she comes out, and then he like sits up, and she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Bang, bang, bang."
Right. Yeah.
Or no,
yeah.
the mercenary comes in, and then he's like, "Bang, bang, bang."
Right. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, and it was very relatable to my emotional well-being in that moment. Milo, pre-becoming vampire guy, had really good motivation. I felt like he was the character that felt most like an actual person to me.
Milo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The one who felt closest.
Okay.
But that went away as soon as he became a vampire.
Yeah.
And there were some VFX that were pretty good. I don't know, pretty good. They were good.
No, the VFX were like actually
Are
solid.
you shitting me?
Like
they weren't bad. They were
weren't
not
bad.
on par with the movie.
You couldn't tell what's going on when it was too much VFX, but like the small VFX effects were kind of cool.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna deny that.
Yeah.
No, those VFX artists
What
were
movie
hard.
did you guys watch? Jesus Christ.
When he's like doing the echolocation and his irises start like doing the weird shit.
Or when he catches the ball and it's like doing that weird kind of smoky look, like it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever you say, I guess.
Now on to my dislikes. Even the typeface of this movie sucks, and the credits were boring and had nothing to do with the movie. Yes, I'm offended.
Yeah.
What?
Also that like the credit like things, the V, like what?
The big M, yeah, like
yeah, the zooming.
yeah,
no.
it's so weird.
This is a
I'm like-
vampire movie.
I'm
Get
like-
some more spooky stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, am I watching like a vaporwave Miami Vice thing here? Because that's what that.
Yeah, what is
reminded
this?
me of.
Vatomic Blonde?
Vatomic Blonde.
Because it looked like a V at first.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yes,
yeah,
it is. That's like very classic vaporwave shit, like Miami
It
Vice
is.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. The bad science only began with the vampire well, yeah, it started with the vampire bats. I just wrote vampire bats, but it kind of continued on with the rest of the movie. Every time there was something sciencey, they fucked it up. So like the vampire bats, it like completely decimated the cow. That's not how vampire bats work. Vampire bats only take a little sippy.
Yeah, they scratch with their teeth and they're like, and they lick the blood like. Yum, yum,
Yeah.
yum, yum, yum.
Yeah. They make that exact sound, actually.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
When Batman goes to strike fear, he throws a batarang and then he goes nyum, 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 nyum.
Oh my god.
The accents were all over the place, very messy. Like the main characters, like there's a hospital in Greece, none of them have a Greek accent. There's one point where Jared Harris, the guy who plays the mentor to Morbius and Lucius, and he speaks Greek like decently from what I can tell, but he never does like a Greek accent, and he's very clearly like a British dude.
Oh my god, I didn't realize he was Greek. Oh god.
I thought he was supposed to be Greek.
No, that's not it. I'll explain later.
Okay.
With my fixes.
Okay. There's no rules to the disease, and that frustrated me. Yes, I tried to make a fictional disease. I think it's kind of spooky. I don't know. Maybe you guys can deal with that. Oh, look at that. I had Lucian in my notes. So in the movie, at one point, when he's very first introduced, little Lucian is introduced as Lucian, and then Michael Morbius takes one look at this kid and like, I'm gonna call you Milo, and everyone else just calls him Milo through the rest of the movie.
The only time Morbius calls Lucian is when Lucian is dying, which is hilarious to me.
I can't believe Michael Morbius bullied a kid so hard that even the staff refused to call him by his own name.
Even he started referring to himself by his own name. It's great.
Yeah. Morbius refusing the Nobel Prize made him look like a prideful dick.
I mean, he kind of is.
I mean, yeah, but like...
He doesn't learn anything from it because this isn't a well-written movie.
Yeah, there's no character building from him, and yeah, one of the things that you said that I'm just gonna quote tweet, I guess, in this moment, Morbius is supposed to be an anti-hero, but like, there are some parts where he's not anti-hero, like, he's not doing anything that's like evilly. What? Yeah? You know, out of all the times we complain about exposition dips, or exposition dumps, I would actually love one right here. Can we get an exposition dump in this, please? Hello?
Exposition on what?
Anything in Morbius.
Yeah.
An exposition dump would feel like the scriptwriters cared enough to tell you about what they have built, because it feels like the whole thing is like a cheap facade. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think an exposition...
I would love to know what was going on in this movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Cocaine. Lots and lots of cocaine, probably. Jared
Leto
needing to be a cool enough dude.
Executive breathing down a scriptwriter's neck, going, Where's my moneymaker?
It's just Sony being like, we can't.
We need money.
We need Spider-Man. We need Spider-Man.
Get me Spider-Man movies.
Guess Andrew Garfield. Fuck, we can't. We'll do a Sinister Six without Spider-Man. That'll work.
Yeah.
God, it's infuriating. I'm gonna have my whole bit on that.
Yeah. Kind of going back to the Nobel Prize thing. When Morbius gets his glow up, it feels unearned because we aren't attached to him as a character. Because, like, he has no character. What's his character? I'm sad I have a disease.
When he has that that Spider-Man 1 shirtless scene, that Tobey Maguire shirtless scene, I just look and I'm like, how dare you stand where he stood?
True. I didn't like the color balance in this movie. And yes, it did bother me.
It's so blue.
It's too blue. And I get why they chose it to be blue, because then they could skirt by on it being PG-13. But it's a vampire movie, and I can't tell if it's blood or the venom juice. And that's a problem.
Wait, the venom juice?
The venom black goop?
Oh, Venom the symbiote.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought that was...
I didn't get it fully. No,
okay.
it's fine.
Yeah, it looks like dark purple soda or like symbiote juice.
Purple drink.
Purple drink.
The FBI, let me see. Yeah, it's weird that the FBI immediately jumped to somebody's a vampire and nobody treats it like it's normal.
I forget
or like it's weird.
I mean, this is a world where Venom's already existing.
But we don't know that until like it's an Easter egg until later. They could establish better, like they're starting to, like, either they're in a world where they know things are weird or they are learning that things are weird.
I guess.
I don't know.
They don't establish that. Like, it's not...
Yeah.
A normal moviegoer that doesn't know about this shit would have no idea that Venom is in this universe. Also, if Venom is in this universe, why isn't, like, it known? Like...
I mean, it's kind of known, right? I haven't seen Venom 2, but...
But if it's supposed to be Morbius...
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Speaking of another thing, so there's a term in psychology. I asked Hector about it while we were watching. So there's an idea in psychology called the theory of mind. the very short version is when a kid is really little, sometimes they don't get that the information that they currently have is not always the information that somebody else will have about a situation.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like the scriptwriters have not achieved theory of mind yet. I know that sounds really mean, but there are some times where like a character in the movie will find out about a thing and then it will cut to another character and that character will instantly know the exact same thing. The only exception is when Lucian Milo becomes a vampire, and it just makes every other instance more painfully obvious.
Yeah.
That is true. Wow.
Also, we have a plot hole. If he's in his lab most of the time, he was implied to be in the lab when Lucian would have gotten the serum and killed that nurse, because he only ever left to go see some kids.
Oh yeah.
So then when would he have...
No, Lucian got the serum when he was leaving Morbius, when he was like, no, go, it's fine. No, it's a curse.
Okay.
The way that it panned, it kind of like, I don't know if you see it, but you see where the serum is, and then you see Lucian leave.
Oh,
I remember that.
Okay, see, that's actually good. That's actually decent. That's actually the one subtle thing they did. Okay, I think what happened was I looked away. I think I was grabbing food. Because I'm like, I'm not missing much. And I went to grab like a bite to eat, and then I just kept it playing.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, no, with the Lucian reveal.
You think Lucian, like, just kind of sleight-of-handed that shit while he was there?
Well, he's also like crippled, like very crippled and stuff. He uses canes. How can he do it that fast?
I don't know. That's when I assumed he had taken it.
No, he took it, fuck, when did he take it? I can't even remember, like, when things happened in this movie.
Fine. Let's just keep this.
Because when he killed the nurse, I thought that was Morbius, but it wasn't. It was Milo.
That was the implication that they were trying to give, and even Morbius was like, "Did I kill her? I don't think I killed her. What the hell?"
I blacked out before. I could have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was before he was arrested.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he was arrested for that woman's murder.
Yeah, I don't know when he took it, bro.
Yeah, I thought Lucian took it when he was leaving.
You're probably right. But I think
there was a time where he wasn't in the lab. There was a window where Milo could have just gotten in because he. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
No.
I don't remember this movie too much, and I watched it twice. I saw it yesterday.
Jesus Christ. I can't imagine seeing it once. I barely saw it once, and I barely came out alive. Jesus, you brave soldier. For the podcast.
Stupid bastard. Why do you hate yourself?
I still can't remember the movie, though. Is the thing.
I mean, yeah, it's fine.
All right, my last little nitpick. Morbius breaks into a counterfeit money lab to do his blood stuff. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
That's not how that works. Medical equipment is very specialized. It's going to need very different equipment from what a counterfeiting money lab is going to offer.
Ruthie, you stupid person. That's not how this works. Money, counterfeit, lab. Doctor, lab. What do they have in common?
Lab.
You have
the reeking sense of capitalism, you dingus. No.
You have morbed me.
I mean,
I have morbed you.
Also, how the hell did he make like counterfeit money equipment into medical equipment? Yeah, like
because he morbed all over the place, Ed. He morbed it. Do you not pay attention?
He's morbed us all now.
When he said "I'm Venom," that was a counter. That was a counter sploot. Counter mirage. What do you call it?
Red herring.
It was a red herring. He was secretly morbing all over the place. It was genjutsu. He was secretly... Also, shout out to Naruto. It just had its 20th anniversary. I love you.
Screw Naruto.
Fuck off. Go morb yourself, Ed. Go morb yourself.
Go watch Morbius for a third time.
Oh, no, not Ruthie. Jesus Christ. No.
Have some humanity.
What are you, Milo? Jesus Christ. I'm going to refer to you as Milo the rest of the episode.
Milo.
All right, Milo, keep going.
Wait, I think we forgot to introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Milo.
Oh, yeah. I'm also Milo.
I'm Blorbo.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Hector.
Yeah. No, I'm still Milo.
You're still okay. Hi, Milo.
Okay, Milo fix movie now. Okay, here's the first thing I'm gonna do. I know it's gonna be weird. Bear with me. Trust me. We're gonna change some names. Dr. Milo Morb or Dr. Okay. Keep in mind I wrote this today. Michael Morbius is now Milo Morbius.
Okay, I thought you
No,
still the naming bit.
No, Dr. Emil Nicholas, the guy played by Jared Harris from Chernobyl, is now Dr. Emil Morbius. Lucius is now Dr. Lucius Morbius.
He's
Now-
not a
Are they all
doctor.
Morbius?
Yes. No, he is now. Shut up. Let me go.
Okay.
See, many years ago, Emil Morbius' son, Michael, succumbed to a horrible disease that affects the heart, blood, and circulatory system. After his son's death at age 8, Dr. Morbius Sr. was able to triple the lifespan of people affected with this condition. Milo and Lucius were both abandoned in infancy due to this condition, and eventually they were taken care of and then later formally adopted by Dr. Emil Morbius.
Okay.
Milo, Emil, and Milo, originally Michael, Jared Leto, that's all the same person now. They were able to help out Emil and gain insights on ways to expand the lifespan of the people with this condition from 24 to 35. You with me?
Okay.
So Emil Morbius, he's some kind of cardiologist. Milo is a special medical doctor.
Wait, Milo is
Milo is
Jared
Michael.
Leto.
Yes.
Okay, just give me the actor names for this one.
Leto is Harris is Emil.
Yes, I got that.
Milo
part.
is Michael. Lucian is still Lucian.
Okay, it's still Matt Smith. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you can say Emil. I got Emil. It's just the other two that confuse me.
And yeah, Lucian mixed up in my head.
Just call like
Leto.
No, Morbius.
Morbius.
But they're all Morbius
They're all
now.
Morbius now.
Yeah, my bad. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
Keep going.
Okay. So Lucius, he's now a doctor. I made him he has a doctorate in philosophy, making him Dr. Lucius Morbius. His specialty is ethics, because I'm a ironic bitch.
Okay.
Well,
Now, back to present day. Milo is 34. Remember what I said earlier?
Yes, 30.
He's about to hit his 35th birthday when the countdown starts. Lucius is turning 34 soon after. Now, since that initial breakthrough between Leto and Emil, there has been no expansion of the lifespan of people with this condition. No clinical trial has even gotten that close. Nothing that they've done has extended their lifespan, and time is running out. So when Milo is offered that Nobel Prize for the artificial blood, it makes sense that he doesn't care. He's dying. His brother is dying. What piece of metal is going to make that better, make that okay? He's going to accept it because he's not an idiot, but he's still pouty about it.
Okay.
And yes, that accepting it does come in later.
Okay.
Milo is going to deep dive into research about vampire bats in Central and South America. He plans an excursion to retrieve the test subjects there personally until his disease stops him from being able to go. His father goes in his stead and videos the whole trip as promised to make up for this missing important data Milo missed out on. Now here's where I'm going to dive into how I'm going to imagine the disease. I'm going to call it the Morbius syndrome because diseases are often named after people.
Yeah.
So the Morbius syndrome, it affects two main things that are kind of important. All your blood is now way denser, or like it coagulates a lot easier.
Yeah.
And your heart, your veins, your arteries, all your circulatory system other than the blood is significantly weaker. Like there's just something about the blood that's going through you that is weakening your heart and all your ability to transport blood, which is kind of important.
Okay.
I don't know. I pictured like some kind of like, are you guys familiar with endometriosis?
Yes, a little bit.
Ed?
No.
So endometriosis is when your uterus produces uterine lining where you're not supposed to have uterine lining.
Yeah.
It's really bad. It's very painful. Do not recommend. I don't have it, but still, don't recommend. I'm imagining it's something like there's something wrong with the way that your blood and your heart, like again, all that stuff, all the cells are growing where they shouldn't be. Like there might be, I don't know, tissue in your bloodstream that's not supposed to be blood, but it's acting like blood.
Yeah.
Hence why it's
Okay.
so thick.
That makes sense.
Yeah. More than Morbius thought out, apparently. Because the blood is so thick, Milo and Lucian are at increased risk for heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular conditions. Flying, don't do it. Because like your blood pressure, very important. The best treatment that they could come up with is some kind of dialysis of the blood with blood thinners and some kind of steroid to like strengthen your heart. Although because of the condition, the blood is just so thick. You're on incredible amounts of blood thinners where if you cut your hand, you're like fucked because your blood
bleeding
can't
nonstop.
Yeah, you can't.
You're bleeding like an anime character.
Yes. So originally they tried using ticks, but the ticks couldn't work because ticks carry too many diseases that you can't like clean out easily, and all of those diseases would absolutely kill somebody with Morbius syndrome. So that's what got Milo interested in vampire bats. Milo gets his bats while his colleague, I wrote college, cool, love that for me, Dr. Martine Bancroft, yes, she's in the movie, she's the love interest, they kiss for some reason, in the original. I don't know if I want that in mine. Maybe, I guess. She performs the whatever blood dialysis on him. She asks him why he's upset. He reveals that he bought some secret bats and he's got bat blood plans, and she's concerned because obviously that's like a normal human reaction.
When is he morb?
I'm getting to the morb. He meets with Lucian and vents about his frustration. Lucian, again with a doctorate in philosophical ethics, asks him why he didn't just lie to her. He argues that it's in the greater good to conduct his, Milo's, research rather than waiting to comply for all the laws because it's going to save so many lives.
All right.
Yeah, I wanted the descent, like the
Descent to madness to be a little subtler or
less
weird. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Michael says he feels weird about lying to Martine, and Lucian, like in the original, like, please don't fall in love with this woman. And then, I don't know, I guess he will. Michael mentions, like, issues about the funding. Lucius says, like, I don't know, dude, I'm not fucking rich. You want to sell your Nobel Prize or the rights to the research. Jeez. And he does, and that's how he pays for the ship. That's why he accepted the Nobel Prize, because why would you not accept the Nobel Prize? However, when the time comes, Milo heads to the docks. Lucian can't join. He offered himself up as a human test subject, but his condition is acting up, so he's got to do his blood dialysis. And Martine shows up instead of Lucius to help Milo, who I guess she likes at this point. I don't know. She can do what she wants. She wants to help him.
Okay.
Yeah. So the ship thing happens, same as in the movie. His heart stops, then he hangry, then he attacks everyone. Martine hits her head for a really nasty concussion. But it's the aftermath I'm caring about. FBI shows up. They walk through the ship, showing the violence. The ship was rented in cash by a known mercenary company known for discretion. They're not going to get the information about who rented this ship. Martine was not on the manifest at all. But the fact that she was there is a tip-off to investigate Dr. Emil and Milo Morbius's. Morbii.
Morbid people.
Morbid people. They go to Emil and ask him about the ship and if he was performing potentially illegal human experimentation. He scoffs at this and denies everything. And the way he does it, you know, the FBI, like, obviously he's not the guy. Next off the list. They go to Milo and he says, oh, no, I was visiting my brother in the hospital. I was visiting my brother at the hospital during the attack. That couldn't have been me, which is kind of true. After Martine got the help that she needed, Milo vampire yeeted over to the hospital and went to check up on his little brother. And then he stopped at his lab and took stock of his new morbing time.
Yeah.
The FBI does not have vampires on the brain until after Morbius has been acquired, like jailed.
Which Morbius?
What?
The vampire Morbius, right?
Yes.
That one Morb? Okay.
Yeah. They don't think vampires until they have Milo in custody.
Okay.
Now, you might be wondering, Ruthie, why did you change everyone to Morbius? Is this just some dumb joke? Everyone's morbing now? Maybe a little, but not really. I changed it because I wanted the audience to question, wait, we're looking for a Michael Morbius. He's the guy. There's no Michael Morbius. We have two Morbi sons. Which one is the one who's the main character?
Does Emil become a Morbius?
No.
Damn it!
He still dies. So, because I want to have the audience question who is going to become Morbius the living vampire, I want Milo, Jared Leto, to become more morally ambiguous, stop being a sad good boy, and I want Lucian's descent into seeking power, but I want to especially show, like, when push comes to shove, he doesn't give a shit about ethics if he thinks it will get him what he wants.
Wait, how's Milo more morally ambiguous?
That I don't know, not being as goody two shoes.
Like, does he kill a few criminals by sucking the blood off of them?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think that far.
Okay.
Like I said, I wanted there to be a final showdown, and then whoever beats the other, they assume the mantle of Michael Morbius because they don't want to go by their own names because it's been involved in too much drama. It's too public. So they go by Michael.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards Matt Smith winning.
You want Matt Smith to win?
Yeah, I want him to be Michael Morbius.
Well, you still make him a psychopath, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it.
The true Morb wins.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you started talking about that, your reshoot, and within the first 5 minutes, I already cared about the characters more than I did.
Yeah, no, you did a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Ed, who's going to be the Milo and who's going to be the Lucian here? Well, Ruthie's Milo. Who's going to be Michael? Who's going to be Lucian?
I mean, I can't top that. Not my idea was compared.
You want to go next? Because mine might be a little longer.
I'll go. Heavy Midnight Mass spoilers ahead. Fair warning, you should watch the show first. It's only 7 episodes. Please do. All right.
You picked this too.
Well,
sort of. This is Twitter.
Yeah, this was Twitter. This isn't. We aren't counting this as his pick.
No.
Sort of.
Ed, you get next pick too because it's October.
Okay.
Make it scary.
Make it scary.
Oof. Okay. So why second?
Wait, is that a like or dislike?
Why? All right. The cave scene. When they show the cave, oof, CGI. They show more. The helicopter. Oh my god, the CGI. It's terrible.
When I saw the helicopter, I thought about the 30 Rock scene when Liz Lemon's boyfriend comes back into her life and he's got 2 hook hands and she's like, oh my god, why do you have 2 hook hands? And he's like, well, the first time I stuck my hand out of a helicopter because I was waving to somebody because I thought I knew them, but I didn't know them. And she's like, what happened to the second one? The exact same thing.
Was that
I don't know. We were in the helicopter and I'm like, raise your hand, say hi.
Okay.
Please, it would be funny.
It would be.
Oh, the transition from the cave to when Morbius was young, that circle thing.
Yeah.
What is this, the 90s? Who uses that fucking transition?
Holy 90s Batman.
Jesus Christ.
Holy 90s Bat Morbi. I don't know.
Also,
Morbi
I fucking hate. I hate so much the fucking trope of here's the present, now let's go back to the past and then go back to the present. Fuck that shit. It's everywhere and I fucking hate it so much. It messes with I don't know, man.
Your sense of time?
It seems to me okay, Deadpool did this, but that's different.
Deadpool's great.
It seems to me that this is kind of a trick that these people use to Like, I don't know. Like, it's like, oh, let's try and get the audience engaged kind of thing. I don't know. It's just terrible because, like, you should be able to get the audience engaged just doing normal things, like maybe going linear line or something. I don't know. I just don't like that trope and all that. Okay, so also this movie just forgets about things a lot.
Like the girl in the coma. That
Yeah.
was the worst one for
Oh
me.
yeah.
Yeah, she never appears again. Number
She's
two
just in a
is
forever coma.
is like he injects the rat with the morb serum, right? And there's a specific cut, like 1 second cut of like his watch, and he starts the timer. And he doesn't stop it. He doesn't even touch his wrist when the rat dies.
Ed, it's symbolism.
For the
Yeah.
runtime being too goddamn long.
Fuck, that's what I was gonna say. Fuck, that's good.
All right. Anyways, and also in the boat scene where he's like morbing all over the place.
Yeah, this is
Why
great.
isn't this rated R? Also, he literally like swipes at this guy's throat. They have the audio of blood squirting
Mm-hmm.
from his throat, and there is zero blood.
Do not question the great morb, Ed. When you know
Zero
what you're moving.
Morb.
Blood with the
Ed, he's so
audio.
good at morbing.
Blood.
He's just so good at morbing.
It's ironic because if anything, it's the sight is okay. I don't like the sight, but the sound is
It's
what
worse.
gets me.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that sounds worse. Like that sound designer deserves a raise.
This is a fucking vampire. Show some fucking blood, please. Bat radar.
Wait, we saw the version where it didn't say bat radar.
He does say bat radar.
He does say it, he said in the original
in the
version.
original, but we were
then they
watching it.
redubbed it.
Yeah, in
no,
the
it
version
was
that we were
Dubbed
watching,
it?
they redubbed it.
The Netflix one?
Yeah,
Yeah, he says I have some form of echolocation. Bat
Yeah.
But in
radar
the
for the
original-
uneducated or something like that.
Yeah, but in the original, it was just bat radar,
Yeah.
according to like
Radar.
what people say in the theater. It was
Yeah.
so yeah. No,
Right.
they cut out a whole bit of the secret ending too. By the way, the post credit scene
hmm
where he's like, I'm, I think when the vulture's like,
not.
oh, I'm here, some dude to Spider Man.
Oh, they also got rid of the. They changed the scene when he breaks into the counterfeit lab. He calls himself Venom instead of what was it?
No, it was Venom. He's like, oh, I'm joking, Michael Morbius at your service.
Oh.
That was in the ad, and then they took it out of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, I am Venom. Now get out of here. Stupid.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I put here, but I have blood in capital letters and then Lamau, which I think was the black blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the movie was so white. The color balance was so off. The blue or the red, the blueness got rid of the redness.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard about China's censorship with blood in anime?
And
I've
skulls.
heard about.
and
No,
skulls.
but no, what they're doing with blood now.
What are
What they're
they-
doing with blood.
What?
Isn't it?
It's all white now, so it looks like cum. So
Well,
I'm like,
no.
they should have gone this way.
Black. So also when Milo comes in and Morbius is like, I found a cure, and like they talk. Why can't anyone just fucking communicate? Just tell him what's happening. Like, you're killing people. But it doesn't matter because Milo, for some fucking reason, is a psychopath. Out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, no, he was hinted at earlier when he beat that kid to a pulp for stealing his letter.
And
Yes.
So that's the one time.
wasn't he also like
all
pulling
it
a
is,
fast one
that
on the Russian
one time.
map? He was pulling a fast one on the Russian mob. That's how he got the.
yeah,
or-
by gambling.
by
Wait, wasn't he
gambling.
playing like? Wasn't
No.
it like Russian roulette or something?
Mm-mm, gambling.
Okay.
It's a
No, Russian
gambling.
roulette's a very you can't cheat in Russian roulette.
Yeah, just communicate, please. Also, when he's running away from the FBI, what the fuck was pushing him off the building? Like, what was going on? Why was
Oh,
he
it was just the wind.
trying to? Yeah, okay, I understand that now after looking it up, but what?
It
just
should have been
made no sense
shown
at the
server.
time.
It should have been shown earlier. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, it made no fucking sense at the time. Jail, I guess. Uh, I'm getting hungry. You won't like me when I'm hungry. Literally verbatim, something along those lines.
No,
Jesus
that was it.
fuck. Oh my god, the dialogue. I
You should have
also
just said it's Morbin time.
I hated the CGI on his face.
I need some
Oh yeah,
Morbin
same
food.
here. Same here. The CGI.
It's so bad. Jesus
It's not great.
Christ. Yeah, so no clue or anything as to why Milo is okay with just murdering people at all. Just killing
Yeah.
them. Just, whatever. It's no biggie.
You could
Uh,
argue that it's like rage at how everyone
Shut up.
treated him,
No,
but that was
listen.
only when he was
Nope,
a kid.
nope, you can't argue it. No, they didn't show. They didn't show you.
No, I know.
They didn't
That's
even
me pulling
tell
out my
you.
ass.
Yes, I know. I know. That's making excuses for the movie when that didn't show or telling you anything about this. This one really caught my eye because I've been rewatching Midnight Mass. Yeah. Spoilers for Midnight Mass.
Okay.
Okay. Spoiler warning there. If you keep listening, whatever.
Jump like a minute ahead.
Yeah, jump back a minute. Midnight Mass is vampires and they get burned by the sunlight, right? And the thing that they do in the show is they show the rays, like you see from my light right here, the fucking ray going down here, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. In Morbius, he sticks his hand out to reach for the coffee, and he like pulls it back. It's like, not that kind of vampire. And I'm like, excuse me, what just happened? So I backed up and I realized that he put his hand in the sunlight, but it was like the composition of shot was just like shady shit, and then this little part had light in it, but there were no rays. There wasn't a show of like, oh, he's putting his hand into sunlight. Yeah, what the like, it wasn't obvious at all, which I complain about things being too obvious, but like whatever. No guidance, that's the word. There was no guidance to show you what was happening. Okay, so yes, he reaches out his hand to the coffee cup, and then he pulls his hand, blows on it. It's like, not that kind of vampire. Yeah, and there was no, like, I didn't catch it. I backed up. I see that the composition is just a little light spot in the center of the table, and that's it. There's no, like, rays showing where the light is. It was not obvious enough. I complain about movies being too obvious sometimes, but there was no guidance in this one at all onto what the fuck he was trying to show. That's my gripe with that. Is this the part where the mysterious guy in a hoodie kicks everyone's asses? Wow. He actually said that line. Venom. And also when the FBI is questioning Marine, like, she literally doesn't know where he is, and they keep pushing.
She literally just woke up from a coma. Ma'am,
Yeah,
ma'am, where's your boss, ma'am?
Where is he?
Also, like you're saying it about Venom, I'm like, God, I just want to watch Venom.
See, when you reminded
It's
me about
not much better.
I know, but like
when you reminded me of the line about the hoodie, I was almost expecting like him to like look at the camera dead eye and be like, "You might be wondering how I got here." Like everything else, like freeze frames.
Oh yeah, when the slow-mo happens, he's still moving at normal speed, by the way.
But that's just to show you his morbing power.
Yeah, fuck you. Oh shit, what was this? I have on my notes cable TV CGI, type of CGI, and I don't remember when that was. But there's some really
You were
bad
probably
CGI
shitting on the
this movie.
CGI looking like more like a cable show.
Yeah, when they're in the roof. When they're in the roof. Or overlooking the bridge. That's like some cable TV like level of CGI. Like, oh my god, it's so fucking bad. Lighting's just all over the place, bro. And fucking what's his face? Milo is like superimposed onto the bridge. At least that's what it looks like.
Wait, Milo?
Yeah, Milo, when he's like on the bridge looking at Morbius and Martine or whatever. kissing
Oh,
on the roof.
okay.
He's
Yeah.
just like superimposed on the bridge.
Oh
The
yeah.
paper. He looks superimposed on it. It's so fucking fun. Yeah, my friend literally said this quote. It looks like they just dropped a .png of him on there.
It's probably
It
cheaper
literally
than having him
does.
stand on.
Wait, hold on. You remind
It literally looks like a PNG, bro. And now, the only two things I liked, but they were ruined. When Milo is like with Martine, and like, I want you to say it. Say Michael. That was cool. I like that. Because it like shows that he's like actually a psychopath. It would have been better to, get a little bit of a ramp up to that. That was cool. I liked the like, say it. Come on. Being all weird and shit. Anyways, also he drinks her fucking blood and just murders her. But not really. But he still does, which is kind of cool. They don't like femme fatale, which is, a trope for superheroes, but I'll forgive it. Because he murders her. Also, Sony action. This is hard to tell when anything is happening. Same thing with Venom.
Yeah.
Happened with Venom. I could not tell anything during the final fight. Also, this final fight was like 10 seconds. Awesome.
Well, they fought earlier, and that was a better fight. The one in the subway was a better fight. So
yeah, fuck that shit. I don't care.
You don't appreciate the morb. You don't. You can't morb.
The morb. I don't appreciate the morb.
He's not a morb connoisseur. A morb-a-sewer, if you will.
Like, I'm actually like down on even attempting to fix this movie because Ruthie did such a fucking good job on it. Because otherwise, like, I would just I would have shot a completely fucking different movie.
I just tripled the amount of morb.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's okay with you guys. I can try, but Ruthie wins.
Can 100%. Can I add a funny joke about why you should have made the Emil a vampire too?
Do it.
Because then he will have had a father, a son, and then whoever died was the ghost.
The holy Morbin Ghost.
The holy Morbin Ghost.
Oh god, that's so
the Morbid Ghost. Oh no, the Morbid Ghost.
The Morbin Ghost.
The Morbid spirit. That's actually okay. So what?
The Morbid spirit's so much better. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I'm gonna piss myself.
That wasn't that funny, bro. It's actually funny that you say that. Okay, I think cut this in to the beginning, right? Midnight Mass spoilers heavy in this episode because I've been watching that and it deals with vampires the same way. And because of what you just said, it also deals with Christianity and all that. Anyways,
okay.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that because in Midnight Mass, it deals with Christianity and the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit kind of shit. Morbid spirit. Yeah, that'd be cool. You know what? Yeah, I would just Midnight Mass this shit, honestly. Fucking just completely different movie. I'm gonna try making my own movie on the spot, basically. Fuck it, we'll do it live! So. Oh my god. This is hard. We'll just... I can't do it.
You don't even want to try?
Try it. We'll help. Try it.
I can't do it. I can't.
Let the holy morb find.
Okay, I'll just let the Morbid spirit guide me through this.
Yes.
The power of the Lord. So let's start off with making Michael Morbius an altar boy, right? When he's young.
Okay.
Let's start off with that, right? And, he gets sick, he collapses, they take him to the thing. He's an orphan too, whatever, fuck it. And that's where he meets Milo. Or Lucian, right? And already at the beginning, he's Milo's a little weird,
Wait, Milo or Michael?
Milo. I'm keeping the names.
Okay.
Okay.
I know, that's the worst part, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And yeah, I got Milo, Michael, and whatever the dad,
Emil.
Emil, right? Dude, this is hard. This is so hard coming up with on the spot like a completely different fucking movie and all that.
I'll be joining you in a bit.
The gist of the movie is gonna be, let's say Milo is very, very, very devoutly religious, and Michael was just doing the altar boy stuff. He still is religious to some degree. Through better means, Michael gets the bat shit. He still becomes a doctor, gets the bat shit, becomes morb, and in this instance, he actually communicates with Milo what the fuck is happening with him. And Milo just like, oh, that's like this verse in Psalms that like, hey, like, or like, the thing that they always say in church, like, this is the body of Christ, the blood, and like it will give you sustenance, the blood and all that. And they talk about that. And then Michael is like, what about the thing about the sun burning me? That doesn't happen. And you have that kind of little thing going on, which I thought was super interesting in Midnight Mass. I don't know, man. I'm done. Like that's dog water is what
It's not too bad.
Yeah, I honestly, I'd watch that.
I would watch a religious take on Morbius.
Watch Midnight Mass.
Do they morb though?
How?
It's so they're okay.
On a scale of 1 to morb, how morbing are we in Midnight
On a scale of 1 to Jared Leto, how much morbing is there? Okay.
I don't describe to me what morbing is like, because they're.
It's not a thing. It's a feeling. It's
an experience. It's a vibe.
No, it's a good show. It's a good show. It's a really good show. It's like one of the best horror shows I've ever watched.
Okay, so it's morbid, but it's not like Jared Leto morbid, because Jared Leto morbing's like too much.
It's morbid to a really great degree, honestly.
Okay.
All right.
It's that perfect.
Milo, be quiet. Let him finish.
Slight trigger warning, though.
Okay, fair.
Very slight. Episode 5. I'll tell you.
Okay, thanks for letting us know.
Yeah. Yeah, I would do that. I would take it to that kind of thing, and it's Marvel, Sony, whatever. They can fight, but I would first. Okay, I did like the purple in his suit, whatever. But I would change the fight to be. He's just so fucking fast. I hate it when people are so fast like that. It doesn't make the action good. I like that's why I like Captain America: Civil War, because their fights are very crisp and clean and just not super fast and all that. I want to fight like that. That's what I want. That's how the fight should be. And yeah, the bats thing was cool. Not gonna lie. The throwing the bats at him and shit. Yeah.
He did a literal bat Kamehameha. That's not even an exaggeration. When he first does it, it's a Kamehameha.
We did lose our shit.
We lost our shit. I'm like,
we should have put that in our.
We should have put that's in my like now.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the direction I would take it.
Thank you, Milo.
Much more serious things, and that whole Midnight Mass aspect with the Christianity being put into this vampire stuff, really cool. Sorry for the Midnight Mass spoilers, but yeah.
No, it made me want to watch Midnight Mass.
You should. It's good. Also, it doesn't okay. It doesn't shit talk Christianity either.
Oh.
It treats it fairly. It treats both sides of the argument very fairly. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's
Which
interesting.
Is also really cool. Yeah.
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 Thank you, Michael.
Anyways. That is my shit.
Milo,
Ruthie,
stop laughing. It's
win.
not Ruthie, it's Milo.
Hi,
You
I'm
win.
Milo.
You win.
Milo wins.
You win the reshoot. I would watch that 10 times more than this.
Man, I haven't even gone yet.
I know.
I believe
Why are you guys treating me like the Lucian of the group? Come on.
No, Ed might be treating you like
Michael.
Michael might be treating you like Milo.
Look at the cripple kids. That was so funny.
Don't worry, I'm the Milo.
You remember that scene? Like, look at the cripple kids.
Yeah. Like for no reason they just start.
Yeah, like the kids aren't even in his view, and he's just like shit talking them.
So stupid.
So fucking funny, dude. All right, go ahead, Hector.
It's Lucian now. All right. I will be the one true morb, all right? Likes. Ed's laughing threw me off. I mean, sorry, Michael's laughing threw me off. Likes. The CGI was actually pretty good, I thought, especially for like, it could have been a lot worse. They gave the VFX artists like enough time to make some of the bat stuff look cool. I don't know.
The weird eye stuff was pretty cool, like when he was doing that.
Yeah, I like that. I didn't like when he was. I didn't like when he was his face when the face was looking more.
Yeah, no, when the face went on vampire, it was.
It just looked weird.
Yeah, they could have refined that a little bit better. It felt a lot like Kane from Jupiter Ascending. That don't worry, we'll fix. I'll give it a bad go this time around. Oh no,
yeah. No, I 100% agree. I 100% agree, Milo. Thank you. Okay, Matt Smith was my other like. I thought he did a great job. God damn it, though, is he just getting into movies that like he can do more in? Like, I think Last Night in Soho was the last one to kind of give him something to do that I've seen him in. I know he's good. I've heard he's amazing in the Game of Thrones prequel, but I'm not watching it.
Have you guys heard anything about his performance in Transformers? Or not Transformers, Terminator.
The whole movie was trash. That wasn't on him, though.
Okay.
Also, back Kamehameha. Alright, my dislikes. I hate Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely don't like him in anything I've seen him in. The only thing I liked him in is American Psycho, and that's because he barely acted and he got brutally murdered by an axe. He's a weirdo. I don't like Jared Leto. Morbius is just a dick for the sole reason of just making him an anti-hero.
Which is good for Jared Leto. Like, it's in range for Jared Leto, but not in a good way.
Yeah. Like, what anti-hero doesn't do anything illegal except for emergencies? Like, you're setting up the Sinister Six. You want to make him not fully evil? Sure. Make him do enough dickish things to where Spider-Man would have to intervene. And, like, I don't know, if you want him to be evil, which he isn't even in the comics very much. I'll get into that later. I'm just showing Jared Leto here. There's no chemistry between him and Martine. I don't know if it's the writing, or I don't know if it's just them.
It's probably them.
Or like, I'm not blaming Martine. The actress did great. Also, why did she fucking bite him? Like, why are you dying? Is it like a last minute death kink? I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
that was weird.
Like, I get it's to make her into a vampire. I get why. But, like, she's acting her ass off, pretending to be in love with Jared Leto. She deserves a fucking Oscar for that, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, but it was kind of hot, not gonna lie.
I mean, I've seen better in other vampire movies. So much of this, like, conflict and stuff is forced. Like, okay, why are the bullies hitting Lucian? Just to show that Lucian has a bad side. Like, for no reason. No realistic reason. So, before I go into my fixes, my serious fixes, I'm going to mention that I read Vita Ayala's run of Morbius the Living Vampire yesterday. Do you want to know how it starts? Morbius is not killing criminals, but he is hurting them and biting them enough to be unconscious. And while he's thinking about what Aristotle said makes a man rational. Right? And then he steals all their equipment to make a cure. And it's fine for a bit, but then it just gets worse. And then it just goes from that. He's thinking, oh, why didn't I test this sooner? Oh, I didn't do this. And there's more to it. Spider-Man plays a good role. It's 5 issues. And it said to be continued, and then it got canceled. But it was a really good run for 5 issues. And I'm going to be taking a bit of stuff from it for the serious fix. I'm going to try and combine that really good series that made me actually like Michael Morbius and combine it with the movie. Also, if anyone has seen the 90s Spider-Man show where he goes, plasma, I need plasma, because they can't say blood in a cartoon.
A kid's cartoon?
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. He's there for like a good season or two, and it's fun. All right. So here's what I'd say. Just a fun fix, maybe. This is like a alternate universe fix. Switch the actors. Jared Leto's the scummy rich dude and Matt Smith is the anti-hero. Works a lot
Yeah,
better.
it won't take much of acting for Jared Leto to act like a scummy rich dude.
It's
Yeah.
not much. So, explain the disease well or not at all. Or at least, if you're not going to do it at all, just tell us the symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
Show us. Because you're weak? What does that mean? You can't walk well? Okay, but yours is different than other... Explain it.
Yeah, because like he's a cripple. We know it's like a heart condition. We know it's related to blood, but like we never see him get worse. We never see him. We always seem to see him on a good day rather than a bad day. We don't know, like, if it's a heart thing. I know people with heart conditions. Like I have a relative. She can't fly at all because her heart is not great.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You did the good work on the blood disease. I'm not even going to try. You did amazing.
Do you want to co-opt the Morbius syndrome?
I'm fine. You can keep it. Keep it for you. So here's how we're going to start the movie. Morbius is already a vampire. He's searching for a cure. He's only drinking blood off of criminals right now. No killing, just a lot of blood loss. Although if they're delirious and something happens, he doesn't care. Morbius is being followed by Milo and Morbius' fellow Dr. Martine, who is also Morbius' sister. This happens in the comic book run, sort of. The Milo...
My Jupiter ascending cure for wellness bells are ringing.
No, Milo's sister is Martine.
Oh, gotcha.
No. So in the comics, Morbius' friend died while trying to help him Morbius find a cure, and then the sister of the Milo stand-in character blames Morbius, so she becomes a vampire hunter and trains through a lot of stuff. She has like a whip and...
Oh, that's rad.
No, it's cool. It's a really good run for 5 issues. I'm like, wow. And Spider-Man plays a huge part in it. He's great. It's written really well. Highly recommend it. So back to the movie. So Milo and Martine are trying to find Morbius. Martine was into horses and nature growing up because she's a rich girl. So she knows how to do cool stuff like whips and throwing knives and all this stuff.
Was she big into Ren fairs as a kid?
Probably was. I think that might be a little nerdy shit, but yeah, she was. So the reason Morbius was making the cure is that not just because it's deadly. I feel like that's not tragic enough. And vampires, if they're anything, when they're written well, they're tragic. I love me some vampires. So he was in love with Martine. They always go on dates together, but you know how cities can be with accommodations. It's rough. Milo gets made fun of. He gets made fun of. People will come up when Martine has to sometimes push Morbius in a wheelchair when he's having an off day. You know, they get weird comments like, oh, she's his caretaker, and just a bunch of, and some other gross stuff I just don't want to, you can fill in yourself, I don't want to say, some ableist shit. What?
Look at the cripple.
Yeah, oh, that's what you're doing. Yeah, like that. But worse. So, he's like, I'm going to find a cure. So... Maybe I forgot the part where she, like, people ask her frequently, why are you staying with this cripple? Come with me. You know, like, whatever.
Oh, like hitting her on her at bars when she's clearly with somebody.
Yeah. So, he tries to make the cure. Same thing. It backfires and it turns into a vampire. We're getting this through flashbacks over time. So, all the backstory stuff, just find the right place to interplace it. So, while they're following... And this is obviously me wanting to watch The Batman again, and I'm kind of due for a rewatch, or just 7. I kind of want to watch a detective film.
I'll watch 7 with you.
Also, I just saw The Nice Guys, so I'm like, detectives. Milo is more of a detective, and he's, using physical clues to kind of find Morbius. Like, oh, here's a crime scene. Like, oh, no, look at this. He obviously went this way, and you can tell by this he's there. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Martine... Since she's good at, she's a nurse, she's a doctor, nurse. You have to be really good at talking to people, knowing what they're about to...
She's a doctor, she's not a nurse.
Thank you. No, that's fine. She's a doctor, so she's good at telling people how to tell people stuff. She's good at reading people. She will be the one getting info out of people whenever it's needed. So they're the detective team, right?
Yeah.
So,
are you including the FBI at all?
No, I forgot they exist every time.
Fair enough.
So Morbius still learns his abilities, and he can't be in the sunlight. So since it's still early, it won't kill him, but it does hurt, and his eyesight will just go bad whenever he's blind. So he's like, show him learning all this stuff. He's a monster. He keeps injecting himself with stuff. Every time he injects himself, he just looks more and more, like, just little by little grotesque.
A little less human.
A little less human, a little more vampire batty.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, Martine, how do I say her name? Martine is reading stuff about vampires. Maybe she's listening to some podcasts about vampires just while they're walking around. Like, she'll pause a bit. Over time, they find Morbius. They go on little mini adventures. Morbius is going on some adventures of maybe he sees some criminals, takes them down to get more stuff or to just stop him from getting into his place. And he, even while he's starving himself because of all the injections, which is from the comic, he just looks like a monstrosity. He looks like, he has like wings now. He looks like his eyes are blood red all over, like in the comics. Like his shirt's like kind of ripped, and I'm gonna say he's growing an extra like his wings.
He's
got leather, and it's growing leather, like leathery undersides.
Little flappy thing.
The little flappies, but he already has wings, so it's just like mutating even worse. And like, it's just, he begs for them for help, and he's like, when they catch up to him, and it's like, it's getting worse. Milo throughout this whole thing has been getting contempt from people for trying to solve the case, and he's already been dealing with this shit his whole life, and it's like, oh, cripple can't solve a case or whatever, right? Like, so finally he just gets sick of it. He grabs the cure and injects himself in the neck, and before anyone can stop him, he just goes like, and flies off. So for days, Martine and Morbius are just working on a cure. And just as a sneaking suspicion, she gets holy water, and she finds her old whip and just douses it on it, right on her weapon, just in case. She's not religious, but you never know. Milo's on the news as he's partying and then killing people. It's becoming a bit of a serial killer. Just kind of getting revenge on society that hurt him. She doesn't want to go to a church as she suspects Milo might find her there and kill her. So this is just a little joke thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's because this movie is very science-based. Holy water wouldn't actually do anything. So she's going to any religion's a religion. She goes to some cult and gets back alley holy water. Whatever it is, it's just a chemical that makes vampires unable to heal.
Is the holy water procured from Jared Leto's cult?
That'd be fun. I'd say yes, but I don't want Jared Leto to get the cult. Even in this imaginary scenario, I don't want Jared Leto's cult thing to get attention.
Fair enough.
So this whole time, while you're cutting in and out, Martine and Morbius are just like, he's like, am I still human? She's like, you're still human. You're still rational. You're still, you care. You're trying to make yourself better. You made a mistake. You can fix it. Morbius has been able to train his echolocation to such an insane degree that just focusing and meditating, he finds Milo at some club having a makeout orgy. Huh?
Is that a reference to the
last episode? Yes.
Fantastic. Love the continuity.
So Milo, Martine, and Morbius are all fighting. They all meet up at the club. You got some cool club. You get the cool effects. Maybe some vampires show up. Maybe it's a creepy club. With bats. And it's just going wild. Kamehamehas out of bats, whatever. And at one point, Morbius, since he's been starving himself, goes ravenous and trying, with his last bit of sanity, bites Milo. So I'm not going to fully explain this, but this is based again off the because I guess if you bite another superhuman, you reverse a bit of it kind of undoes some of the weird DNA separations, because he's not fully vampire.
Well, I think that might be from the original myth of vampires, where a vampire only becomes a vampire instead of a victim if the vampire lets the victim drink some of their blood.
Yes, but Morbius bites Milo, and he reverts back a little.
Okay.
So now Morbius will now look somewhat normal. I want him to look like the comic. The red cloak, the red eyes, the long hair. But, also the fangs. He is now, a full normal vampire. This is him getting to the same status as the comic. Milo is feeling himself starting to turn back to normal a little bit, because he's been drained of a lot of the vampire energy. He's like, I'm not doing this. He jumps off the building, not fully powered up, falls down and dies. Martine, understanding why Morbius did what he did, still needs space, and maybe this fight keeps going all the way up to a roof, a big rooftop, and he's like, I can't. He's just struggling, so he just flies away. And as he flies away, you see a web just show up to get to where Martine is. Again, it's in New York. It's Spider-Man. It's a Spider-Man comic book character.
I
so
like that.
It's a nice, and since Sony clearly doesn't have a Spider-Man lined up because Garfield knows better than to get in that train wreck again, you have your time. So now it cuts to a few months later. Morbius is helping a small neighborhood, as he does in the comics when he's an anti-hero. He saves them from criminals, but this time he's actually killing them.
The village?
Huh?
The village or the...
No, the criminals.
Oh, the criminals.
Like, brutally. Like, he just doesn't care. He's letting out all his rage on people. So, finally, he's like, I'm not human, but once in a while, he'll save, like, a few people. Morbius is, like, saving people. He'll take some extra blood. Maybe once in a while, if he's really hungry, he'll take some blood from an innocent. Not enough to kill him, but run away.
Mm-hmm.
And then that leaves room for him to redeem himself and also be a member of the Sinister Six. Congratulations, Sony. I fixed your fucking movie.
Yeah.
Now, if I want to do a bit of a meme version.
Do it.
But I didn't come up with anything either. I came up with 2 things on my car ride home. One, I had a really good, in real life, today, I had some rice, and it had some little Mama's red peppers in there. Mama's little peppers in there, which if you've had them, they're amazing.
Yes, they are.
So Morbius doesn't want blood, he wants Mama's red peppers. So what happens is he needs to drink the blood, because that way his body, his DNA will coagulate, and I know I'm using the word wrong, but I don't care, all the blood that he's drinking into Mama's red peppers.
Okay.
And that's what he's living for. He needs that spice. You can also have a Dune spin-off right there, and everyone will be Morbin. It'll be like, who are you? Are you are you going to commit a jihad? No, I'm going to morb. I don't know. How is Ed feeling about this?
That's not Ed, that's Michael.
How's Michael feeling about this?
I really like Mama's little red peppers.
I know, right? They're so good.
I have not had this.
Huh?
I have not had this.
They're in
And that's why I'm Milo.
Yeah, thank you, Milo. So the other thing is, the reason he says Morbin time is because he's like, he's like such in a frenzy when he's Morbin. He's like, he has his mouth full of blood. He's like, as he's spilling it, he's like, it's murder time. And someone the deaf guy of the bandit of the criminal groups, the half deaf guy, is like, it's Morbin time, and everyone's like, ha, it's Morbin time. And then he gets flashbacks. Then he gets flashbacks when he was a kid and they bullied him. So he just fucking morbs all over him and morbs all over the place. And then it sticks.
I'm morbing.
I'm morbing.
I did a morber.
I did a morber. He's like got a blood frenzy. The blood's like cocaine to him. He's like, I'm morbing. I'm morbing. And
somebody gets a paper cut. He runs over and huffs it.
It's like it's like Twilight, when he's like, Mama's peppers, and then he just goes in.
Nice.
Amazing.
He morbs all over the place, you guys. If we do this, it'll be the most movie of all time.
The most movie of all time. Yeah, I didn't think Morbius was actually going to be like the worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Were you wrong?
I mean, episode 9 still's up there as really bad.
Yeah, but episode
9 has some is not as it's long, but it's not as boring to watch at some points.
It
has
there's just redeeming qualities.
It does have some. I did like the Death when they're the Death Star. Really? We're not talking about this right now. We're talking about We're talking about the greatest
movie.
We're talking about the greatest Morbius film of all time. Actually, no, there's a fan film that might be better. We're
talking about the Morbius movie of all time.
We're talking about the Morbius movie of all time. How are we feeling about it? Because I'll be honest, you guys, this movie gets an M. for Michael.
I'm gonna give it an M for Milo.
Of course you would, fucking Milo. Ed, what about you? I mean, Michael, what about you? Michael, what about you?
Gets an M from Morbin time.
Yeah!
He's an F. He's an F. Straight F.
Wait, but you said
F
M
minus.
first.
It's an
Ed's
F.
morbid so hard he can't get his letters straight. I almost said
It's an
numbers.
F.
I'm morbid too hard.
It's an FM. It's a radio
It's an F.
station now.
It's an
Also,
F.
if I'm
This is an
fucking
F.
Milo, what
An
does that
F.
make you?
Like literally,
Huh?
this movie just is dog water.
Yeah. Ed, this movie's midnight ass.
Lamau, I like that.
It's midnight and Morbius.
Morbid mass.
We are going to run this Morbius joke harder to the ground than Jared Leto did when he got in on the joke.
Hey, just be sure to shit talk Hector about his stupid Blorbo D&D character. It's really bad.
Yes.
Yeah, it only strengthens me more.
It encourages him.
It encourages me.
It's banned
All right.
from any of the campaigns I run, so.
Yeah, I know.
You can do it for a silly thing, but not my
I plan
serious
to.
shit.
I plan to.
Okay.
So, has anyone been... Oh, actually, let's thank everyone. Hey, thank you all for listening. This is our 50th episode. Did we do Morbius on purpose? We'll say yes.
It kind of just happened that way.
No, we'll say yes, Milo.
Movie.
Huh?
Yeah, I think it's about time we get back to like the shittiest of shitty movies for our 50th episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to formula.
Back to
We're
formula.
going back to formula.
Not those questionable. Nothing like A Cure for Wellness, where I love it and everyone else hates it, or
Controversial, like my Godfather takes.
yeah, I don't know.
Or
how
just
you're
like
still
such a weird
alive.
one, like
I know. I haven't gotten nearly the Twitter hate.
I told one of my coworkers about our podcast, and he listened to the Godfather one, and he's
Oh,
like,
that was the person who listened to that.
I'm angry. He's like, I'm angry. And I'm like, bro, she's got some good points. Like, because I literally told him, like, replace every female character in that movie with a lamppost and nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
Yep.
all right. So, thank you everyone for listening to us for 50 episodes. It's been an
Please
honor.
listen to us for 50 more, and we won't talk about Morbius ever again.
Well, don't say that.
No,
Don't lie to
talk
them like that.
We'll talk about some really bad movies. You know what I've been thinking about choosing
Morb.
since
What?
it's in theaters right now?
What?
Avatar.
Oh yeah, Avatar 2 Electric Boogaloo.
No,
Well, we
not
gotta pick Avatar 1.
2. Avatar 1. It's in theaters right now.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to pick a horror movie for October? Because we have one more time.
October. Oh, we get 2 horror movies for this month.
Yeah, we'll pause for a sec. So, Michael and Milo.
Yes.
I forgot who I was.
You're just Hector.
I thought it was Morbius.
I don't know.
Or was I Lucian? I was Lucian.
You're Lucian.
So,
I know the movie.
okay, what's the movie?
Slender Man.
Yeah!
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Have you guys
Perfect.
seen it?
I know about
No.
the controversy behind the movie.
What's the controversy? I didn't know.
There was a girl who was starting to have like early schizophrenia, but
Oh.
like stuff or some mental illness, and she believed that Slender Man told her to kill her 2 friends, so she took them to the backwoods and then she stabbed them, and I
But
think
they
one of them lived, the other one
Okay.
died, and the girl's
Damn.
in. Last I heard, is in an treatment facility. I hope she gets better, and I hope she can live with what happened. You know, like.
Yeah. No, I remember.
Signs like
too.
that usually aren't. I don't know much about the story. I'm not gonna look up too much about it because I'm like stressed out right now and I don't need to be depressed. But like,
Mhm.
damn, I kind of hope it. You know.
See, I thought it was the other way around, where the 2 of them lured one girl and she got stabbed and then she lived.
Yes, that was it. You were right. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm confusing. Yes.
I didn't hear about the schizophrenia, but I heard that
The
the 2
other-
of them were convinced.
Yes, one of them convinced the other one because the other one had mental illness.
Mm.
Not to demonize people with mental illness.
Hell of a way to find out.
Yeah, and it's not usually common in younger people, so I can see why no one
Yeah.
questioned it. Like, I'm not. It was just a whole sad story, you know.
Yeah.
All right. So, what have you guys been watching, reading, whatever?
Can I
Midnight
preempt?
Mass.
Okay, Midnight Mass is your thing?
Understandable.
Okay.
Can I preemptively promote something?
Sure.
We are planning on watching Men in the next few days. We're gonna watch yeah. The made by the same guy who did Annihilation. I've heard it's not great.
Yep, same.
I've heard it's really good up until the ending bit, and then it's really weird.
I've heard the ending bits what saved it. Huh?
Do you guys want to watch Bros?
I do.
I kind of do. I don't really want to. Yeah. I don't know if I want to spend the money in the theater right now for that one.
Well, bro, what if we got the Regal thing?
Okay, bro, you know me. You go to a movie with me, I pay for everything, bro.
Fair enough. Yeah. Because I also wanted to see I think Regal's playing the classic monster movies. Perhaps. Universal monster movies, like the black and white ones.
Oh,
I wouldn't mind seeing those in theaters.
Oh, you know what might make a good third? If we can fit one more fix in.
For what?
Another reshoot.
For Morbius or
no?
Oh, what movie?
The Munsters.
The new one?
Yeah.
Oh, the Rob Zombie. I've heard it's not bad. Can I please? Yes. Okay, so that's yours.
Yes.
Mine, I have two shorter ones.
Okay.
I already knows about this first one. I saw The Nice Guys with you, Ruthie, when we finished with the wedding. That movie's fucking funny.
It is really funny.
Ryan Gosling is a top 3 comedic actor for me now, and I never thought I'd say that.
That was my first Ryan Gosling flick. Ever. Ever.
In your polyester suit, it's wool. That was a funny line from La La Land.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but like he's not a funny character.
Wait, you haven't seen La La Land?
No, she doesn't like jazz.
You don't like jazz? Well, you're wrong.
I don't like jazz.
It's not even jazzy.
It's jazzy enough.
All right. God. The second thing is, I went and saw My Chemical Romance at a concert 2 days ago. As of
did they rock your socks off?
They did.
Dude, it was amazing. I went with I can't say. I'll tell you later who. But
we went with he went with a friend. I stayed home. I played Cyberpunk.
She doesn't like.
I don't like concerts. I had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
So I went with a friend, and okay, I know the Black Parade is like a seriously kind of like overplayed song. I get it. I agree with it to a small degree. I don't agree with it. I can understand the sentiment. But hearing it in a concert where everyone wasn't expecting the song to play and like everyone's just feeling it was like the closest I have felt in years. Like a long time. I think this is the closest to like a religious experience I've ever had. It was amazing.
A young boy. My father took
like literally core memory. It was so good. So if you guys can catch him in concert, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Or you're just low-key bragging right now.
No, I'm not trying to.
Yes, you should watch people in concerts. I mean, Cage the Elephant is always amazing in concerts. Second, I did watch Barbarian also.
Oh, how was that one?
Really good. Loved it.
All right.
Yep. Justin Long is in the movie.
Oh, nice. So, okay, we have our movie. I guess thank you again, everyone, for listening to us for 50 episodes and
here's to 50 more.
Not hating us for it after it.
If you guys want to be prepared for Slender Man, our listeners are like 15 listeners. You guys should watch Marble Hornets on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll explain to Ruthie afterwards. Okay. No, I highly recommend. That's a classic. Okay.
Classic.
It's a classic.
It's a fast watch too. It's a really fast watch.
Yeah, it's not that
now
long.
that it's all uploaded. It's like,
it's great. All right, it's on YouTube.
Yes.
Look up Marble Hornets, Slender Man. Start from the beginning and then keep going forward. You gotta start from the beginning. So next, let me give. We have a podcast.
We do have a podcast.
We have a fucking podcast.
We have a Twitter. You should follow us.
ReShoot Movie PO1.
We have an Instagram. You should follow us there too.
ReShoot_podcast.
We have a Gmail. You can email us.
ReShootPodcast@gmail.com.
We have.
Wow, that was some. Quick,
that was
that was the cleanest we've ever done it.
Yeah,
it only took us like 50 episodes, guys. We fucking did it.
We're a real podcast now.
We have ears. Easily. You can scream. Yeah. We might hear it. We might not.
I mean, our neighbors scream, but that's different. Unless they listen to our podcast, which they probably do unwillingly, since these are really thin apartment walls.
Yep.
Uh,
It'd be like that.
Thank you so much again. I'm just really grateful. It was fun knowing that we got to 50. I don't know. Thank you guys all for listening. It really does mean a lot. Joking and memeing and Morbin aside, it's great.
Making a podcast for you all has made me feel the most morbid.
It has just made me feel in general. Before this, I had no friends. I was gonna marry Ruthie out of convenience for combining our clans.
Right, because we all know I'm convenient.
That's not what I meant, but okay, cool. I can't fucking say this joke anymore. God damn it! God damn it, Milo. Okay, thank you, everyone. Have a good night, and get ready next time for
Slender Man.
Yeah.
Have a good day.